top-level agent covered himself completely under a tarp, hoping to avoid being found by the SWAT team. But as soon as the truck driver started the engine, and barely moved 2 meters, the vehicle was immediately stopped by officers lying in wait. "Step out and open the back for inspection," they ordered. The agent's heart was pounding. He could feel every beat in his chest. As the driver walked toward the rear doors, the agent whispered to his teammate, "Get ready to die." But just before the doors opened, he had a flash of genius. He motioned for his partner to press their heads and feet against the truck's steel frame, and push up with their legs, flattening the shape of the tarp from underneath. So it looked like nothing was hiding beneath. At first glance, nothing seemed wrong. But the SWAT leader was sharp. He sensed something was off, and decided to climb on top for a better look. The moment they heard boots hitting the ladder, the agents signaled a new position. Both of them shifted their weight, using their hands and feet to hold up the tarp's low points while slowly sinking their bodies down. Just as the officer stepped onto the roof, the tarp stretched tight and flat again, perfectly still. But he didn't move. For 1 long minute, the officer stood there, staring, not blinking, not speaking. They held their breath, gripping the frame like their lives depended on it. And for the woman, it nearly did. Her entire body was trembling, muscles at their breaking point. Just when it seemed they were safe, when the officer finally turned, ready to call off the search, she slipped. But luckily, the commander had just stepped off the ladder, and didn't hear a thing. As the truck slowly pulled away, the 2 hidden fugitives finally exhaled. But their real test was only just beginning. A few days ago, they had stolen a stash of priceless jewels from the city vault. Just as they were about to make their escape, SWAT swarmed the area, as if someone had tipped them off. The crew barely avoided capture, by blending into the crowd like regular pedestrians. But when the police couldn't find anything, they escalated, locking down the entire city, setting up roadblocks at every exit. Thankfully, their experienced leader was ready. He quickly split the crew and ordered everyone to flee the city using different escape routes. What they didn't expect was that the police had their own expert, who seemed to anticipate every move. When Mark's team disguised themselves as tourists and tried to take the highway out, they were stopped and checked on the spot. Inside the car sat a cookie tin, packed with stolen jewels, and the second the lid started to lift, Mark's heart nearly stopped. But just then, the officer's attention shifted to something else, an urn sitting beside them. Thinking fast, Carrie grabbed the urn, and bolted. As planned, the officers chased after her. Even warning shots couldn't stop her run. That's when the commander raised his weapon, aimed at her feet, and fired a precise shot. That made her freeze on the spot. Carrie's acting? Worthy of an Oscar. During the scuffle, she accidentally dropped the urn. Ashes spilled everywhere. The officers stood there stunned. It was real human ashes. With her teammates playing along perfectly, the SWAT team immediately backed off. Overwhelmed with guilt, they let them go. But just as the crew thought they were safe at their hideout, the cops picked up their trail. A full SWAT unit surrounded their RV and opened fire. But what the police didn't know, the crew had prepared for this. They'd already slipped into the underground sewer system and vanished without a trace.